Headed to the sin bin now is Orion Carney. Hey, wait a minute. That name rings a bell. I used to. All right, Pizzaglia leading in to take the draw. A big power play opportunity here for the Eagles. Pizzaglia sending it back to Pizzaglia. And it's sent all the way down. So the Grizzlies send it down. Casagrande with a little bit of trouble with it. Here's Ponzio. Ponzio shorthanded. Ponzio lets the shot go. That goes wide of the netminder McCullum. And the Seahawks trying to come away with it. Pizzaglia with the puck. Speedy young forward gets the Jets going over the blue line. Pizzaglia, just a sophomore, dancing on his skates. Puts the brakes on behind the net. Tried to get it back in front. Couldn't do so. Back to the blue line. Casagrande. Casagrande tried to push it by Ponzio there, but Ponzio knocked it down with a high stick. It doesn't matter because the Eagles were the first to touch it. 1-0 Eastern Connecticut leading here. As it's sent all the way in. Behind the net it goes now. Hard around and out to center. On it there is Casagrande. Casagrande gets it to settle down as he backpedals with 1:05 left to go in the man advantage. 3:03 left to go in the opening stanza. Eagles leading at 1-0. Go by Pizzaglia. Sager all by himself as the Eagles go for a player change. Sager went by and got one of the Grizzlies up high. I think the Grizzlies a little shooken up there. Good to see him back on his feet. In the corner now. He goes back to the blue line. Walking the line, Kramer lets the shot go. That went off the leg there of Corso and sent all the way down. So they're still shorthanded, so it's not icing. McCullum leaves it behind the net there. There, a little bit dangerously there by McCullum. As the Eagles trying to get the puck out, couldn't do so. On it now is Bunkley. Bunkley, one of the seniors celebrated here tonight, number 7 in your scorecard, a cross ice pass. And the Eagles dump it in. Grizzlies on it there, 15 seconds left to go on the power play. A good kill by Guilford thus far. They'll send it down, and that's going to do it. So we'll be back to 5-on-5 hockey in just a moment. As Bunkley recovers the puck behind his own net. Guilford gets some fresh Grizzlies out on the ice. And here comes Bunkley now. Bunkley over the blue line. Bunkley stepping to the outside. Bunkley with room. He sends it in on McSweet. McSweet got a chunk of it there with the waffle. And we're back to 5-on-5 with under 2 minutes to play. Trying to come away with it now. Here's Guilford. Down the wing they go. That one's taken away by Castile. As Guilford has to regain the blue line and see how much better hockey is when there's delayed offsides. Sent out to center. In the youth hockey, they don't let the kids play delayed offsides. It's such a better game when they allow them to have it. Here's Ryan McMahon now. McMahon worked over in the corner. All right, Casagrande. Castile pouring at it there. And back the other way now. Here comes Harrigan. Harrigan letting the shot go. That went off his stick, and now it's behind the net. Harrigan setting up in Gretzky's office. Harrigan. Casagrande. Casagrande chipping it out. Bouncing puck. And bouncing around now. Here's Petrick. Petrick lets the shot go. McCullum gobbles it up like a biscuit on Thanksgiving. And there'll be no further play. So McCullum picking up where he left off last night. Last night was crazy, though. With 23 seconds left to go, Woodstock scored a goal. And with 0.00 seconds on the scoreboard last night, Zaglia made it 3-1. So the Eagles went to the locker room in a good mood. And I went to the concession stand in a good mood. Actually, the concession stand was closed last night, so I was not in a good mood about that. And you see that it's open here tonight, so that pleases the broadcaster. Sent away to center, all the way down, no icing. As I don't think Melvin agreed with the linesman. Perhaps the linesman wants to get the happy hour. As Linicus ran into Melvin. Melvin with the puck. Melvin trying to get it out. Castile knocked it down. 39 seconds left to go. Castile poured it down there. Here comes Castile now. Faked the backhand. Got it over the blue line. Letting the shot go. Waffled aside there by McSweet. It's knocked down by the Grizzlies. Castile keep it in. Castile looking to go for a walk. Got it down low. Fox pulls the trigger. That one's blocked out high there by Melvin, and the Grizzlies come away with it to center ice. They send it in on the netminder McCullum. McCullum left it behind the net. Good stick movement there by Bertelli. Out to the blue line it goes now, letting the shot go. That went off a leg. 10 seconds left here. The Eagles just want to get the puck out and take the lead into the locker room, and that's exactly what they're going to do. So that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. The opening stanza comes to a close. Your score at the end of one, The Eagles 1, the Grizzlies 0. We'll be right back in a few moments with the intermission report. You are watching Eastern Connecticut Eagles hockey right here on the World Sports Broadcasting Network. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, your score at the end of one, the Eagles 1, the Grizzlies 0. We'll see you back in a few moments, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the first period intermission report here on the World Sports Broadcasting Network. What a great period by the Eagles. They played a very solid game, a 200-foot game, a couple of big hits, a couple of nice saves by McCullum. The goal, again, getting on the board here tonight, Owen Pizzaglia, as he got to his own rebound, let the shot go. It went off a defenseman or somebody in front, came right back to him, and Pizzaglia's like, well, I got another second opportunity here. I only paid for one. It's like 2 for 1. It's like going to the grocery store, and, you got the 12-pack of seltzer there, and they say, you get 2 for 1, so, you don't just buy one. So he buried the biscuit on the second shot. A nice job by Pizzaglia. That is where we stand, 1-0. Couple of big hits, and the Eagles came out with a lot of energy, as I expected them to do here on senior night. The Zamboni finishing up doing what Zambonis do, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be right back with the start of the second stanza here at the Rose Garden between the Grizzlies and the Eagles. You're watching the World Sports Broadcasting Network. 1-0 is your score, and we'll be right back in just a few moments with the start of the second stanza. Remember, the second period is Funyun period, ladies and gentlemen, so get that bag of Funyuns, tear that bad boy open, and start crunching on some whatever it is sprinkled in onion powder. All right, I'm your host, Scotty Bonner, with my camera lady, director, and producer, the lovely and talented Miss Michelle. We'll be right back with the start of the second stanza here from the Rose Garden. 1-0, the Eagles lead. The goal by Pizzaglia. Oh my, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had a fantastic intermission. Hope you made yourself that sandwich, walked the dog, took out the cat, took care of everything that you had to take care of. As now it's time for hockey as the boys are making their way out of the locker room and back onto the ice as the Eagles and the Grizzlies are back on the ice for the second stanza. I'm your host, Scotty Bonner, and you are watching the World Sports Broadcasting Network. A blessing, honor, and privilege to be here with you tonight. I want to thank the Eagles and their families so much, and I want to give a big shout out to Miss Carol. First of all, I want to say happy belated birthday. I forgot to wish her a happy birthday on the broadcast yesterday, and I'm so sorry about that, Carol, but I know Carol's not upset. At least I think she's not. She's very rarely upset with me, and trust me, ladies and gentlemen, if you know Carol, you don't want Carol to be upset with you. That's just my advice. If I was one of the seniors, that would have been my advice, telling everybody, don't get Carol upset with you. Now, she's a sweetheart of a lady, and she's here tonight, of course. She does everything for the Eagles, so happy birthday, Miss Carol. And we're about ready to get underway here. The second stanza from the Rose Garden between the Eagles and the Grizzlies. The Eagles leading this 1-0 to go by Owen Bazzaglia. All right, the face-off going to come at center ice to start the period. And by all indications, too, ladies and gentlemen, looks like the New York Rangers are going to be getting Patrick Kane, as Kane did not dress for Chicago this evening. So, as it always happens, guys I've loved for years end up on the New York Rangers at the end of their career. Countless amount of guys: Gretzky, Messier, Yager, Lindros, Fleury. And now just add Kane to the list of guys that end up playing for the team that I couldn't possibly hate more if I tried. Hopefully Kane comes to the Rangers and never wins another cup again. But I wish him well. I'm a Buffalo native. And we're underway. Here the second period as the Grizzlies send it in. McCullum and Bunkley got together there to get it out of harm's way. Eagles come away with it now. Casagrande through the neutral zone. Casagrande with speed. Casagrande pulling the trigger. He scores! Gavin Casagrande buries the biscuit there as the Eagles celebrate along the boards. 2-0 is your score. What a burst of speed by the big house, the senior. He cut through the neutral zone, cut to the right, let the shot go, and buried the biscuit there. The Eagles take a 2-0 lead just 28 seconds into the second stanza. What a rush there by Gavin Casagrande. Casagrande unassisted at the 28-second mark, and the Eagles double their lead. Down the right wing now, Petrick. Petrick wheeling and dealing. Petrick off the boards. Petrick letting the backhand shot go. That went off a skate, and quickly back the other way now. Here comes Rembish. Rembish lost the handle on at the blue line. Big hit there. Sent one of the Grizzlies flying as number 6 was sent down. Interference is the call. I believe it's going to be on Owen Bazzaglia. 2 minutes for interference. Okay. See, now I'm glad the ref called interference. The puck wasn't there. Obviously, that's what he's saying. So we called interference. If he would have called a roughing penalty on that, ladies and gentlemen, I would have had to gone off into another diatribe, another pontification that, let's be honest, nobody at home really needs to hear. You heard me do it last night, on and on for about, 2 or 3 minutes on how roughing should be eliminated from the ability for refs to call roughing should only be allowed after whistles. So fortunately for you, I don't have to pontificate any further. Interference is the call, so a power play now for the Guilford Grizzlies. Grizzlies in green, Eagles in white. Casagrande, who just scored the beautiful goal moments ago, takes the face-off with the Grizzlies set up shop. On the power play, letting the shot go. That one buzzes the tower there as Constantine let that one fly. That one went right by the old ear hole of the netminder, Cam McCullum. Along the boards now, they work it. Back to the blue line it goes now. Melvin lets the shot go. Nice easy stop there for the netminder McCullum. McCullum's got that beautiful helmet he's had painted this season. Absolute thing of beauty. Love that thing. So 1:39 left to go. Here in the power play for the Grizzly Bears. To the blue line it goes now. Walking the line, Raffone with room. Raffone slid it over at the dot. Breaking back for Raffone. The net was yawning there, but Raffone pushed it just wide. Behind the net they go. Back out to the blue line. Good puck movement here by the Grizzlies. Is on it there is Constantine. Constantine slid it over for Melvin. Melvin sending it hard along on the backhand. Pizzaglia tried to move it along. That's Zach Pizzaglia behind the net now. Tried to get it out in front dangerously. Sherman did a nice job to find it in his feet and send it all the way down. Right in front of the goaltender it goes. It's swiped aside and into the corner now. Sending it hard around there was Constantine. Constantine lost the handle on it. And now he finds it quickly through center ice with speed. Constantine sidesteps the check at the dot. Pulls the trigger. McCullum got just a piece of it there with the Mizuno, but enough of it to keep it from going across the goal line. Casagrande trying to get the puck out. Now they do. Short-handed effort here. Pushing it ahead. Trying to get to it quickly. Here goes Sager. Sager walking in. Pulled down. Sliding into the corner he goes. And right back up. On it there is Casagrande. Casagrande led that one like a fine piece of literature. Gavin Casagrande with the jump in his skates that, ladies and gentlemen, frankly, I expected to see tonight. You don't have to call me a hockey prophet or things of that nature, but it's nice to know that you have the option, isn't it? Here's Ward now behind the net. Ward trying to avoid the hit there by Casagrande. I think that's a good career decision there by the young lad Ward. So the power play just about over. A very good penalty kill by the Eagles here as they get back to 5-on-5. Over the blue line, no. 3-on-2 come the Grizzlies. Trying to sidestep the defense. Got it down low. They score! Nathan Ponzio buries the biscuit there. The sophomore went to the cooker. And just as the penalty had expired, it's an even strength goal. The Grizzlies bury the biscuit there. Oh, the Eagles did such a nice job killing it off. But Ponzio went to the cooker and buries the biscuit there, did number 12. So 2-1 is your score. With just over 12 minutes left to go here in the second stanza. The middle stanza, Shakespeare's favorite stanza, ladies and gentlemen. So Raffone gets the assist on Ponzio's goal. Look at the young Eagle fans here along the boards having a good time. There they are. Look at that. You got to like that. Future hockey stars right there. Look, that's a line right. You got a center and 2 winger right there. Ready to go. Just need 3 more girls. We got a full team. That's what I like to see. All right, leaning in now, the goal scorer, Ponzio. There's the face-off just outside the zone. Lovatier out there with Rembish and Pizzaglia, the kid line. Shipping it up now, Rembish. Rembish, just a freshman. Had a fantastic freshman campaign, did Nick. A nice young lad to boot. Very nice young boy. Good kid. Bouncing puck now, sent back in. Trying to harness his inner Diego Maradona there. Did the Grizzly defenseman, number 6 in your scorecard, McMahon. Behind the net it goes now, 11.5 minutes left to go. Tracking it down there, Lovatier. Lovatier got it low for Pizzaglia. Pizzaglia lets the shot go. Big stop by McSweet. Rembish chops at it. And that just failed to click. Good answer here. The shift after a goal by the Eagles. As the Eagles come away with it. Down the right wing. That one doesn't get over the blue line. So they'll have to wait for the Grizzlies to get back onside. Ponzio does that. Ponzio lets the shot go. That hit a player on the way in. I believe it hit Bertelli right in the intercostal space. Big hit behind the net there. Has laying the lumber into him. And then Ponzio lays the lumber into Rembish in the corner. So the Grizzly exerting some physical prowess here in the second stanza. Up ahead, Casagrande was behind the D, but just out of his reach. Well, 10:49 left to go now. Here in the second stanza. 2-1, the Eagles leading it. Casagrande and Pizzaglia, the goal scorers. For Eastern Connecticut, for Guilford. Ponzio has buried the biscuit for them, big number 12. That's a sophomore, but he's got to be about 6'2", 6'3". 6'5" with the afro. There's Casagrande. Knew he was going to take a hit, but got the puck out anyway. Kid's got a big heart, ladies and gentlemen. There's absolutely no doubt about it. Down the left wing now, speaking of big heart, Declan York. York's had a fantastic senior campaign. Suffered a little bit of an arm injury during the Seahawks half-midget season, but battled back here. He was playing so well. Good to see him right back where he left off. Casagrande pulling the trigger. That just missed. As Pizzaglia pinches in. Pizzaglia got it back to the blue line. Knocked down there. Nice job to go back and get it by York. York sliding it over. Casagrande back to the forehand. Casagrande tried to get the puck in front. Couldn't do so. Big hit there behind the play. And I think we're going to get a penalty coming up against the Eagles. Walking in now, sidestepping the netminder. Constantine scores. Well, there was a hit behind the play, and the Grizzly player still shooken up. Slowly to his feet there. It was Petrick. Grizzlies have buried the biscuit there. A goal by Shane Constantine, and they have climbed all the way back now. 2-2 is your score. As the Grizzlies have scored back-to-back unanswered goals. There was a delayed penalty coming up against the Eagles for the hit behind the play. I don't think it's going to matter because the Grizzlies buried the biscuit on the breakaway. So 9:57 left to go here in the second stanza. 2-2 is your score. Grizzlies with back-to-back belly-to-belly goals here in the second period. Oh, were they calling a double minor? I saw the ref put up 4 fingers. Wait a second, let's see what's happening here. Constantine got the goal. I think he was asking who got the goal. Yep, that's what it was. So number 4 with the goal. So no power play as the goal was scored. I think that's of all the rules that the NHL messes with and USA Hockey messes with. I think if there's a delayed penalty and you still score, you should still get the power play. Why should you lose the power play? I know you could pull the goalie and get the extra stater, but all the other team has to do is touch it. Like, why should you lose the power play just because you scored? That doesn't make any sense. Fighting through the hook now, Hergen. Hergen stepping to the outside. You should have the ability to pull the goaltender because the other team can't touch the puck. It's like a high stick. And then if you score, you score. Why should you lose the power play because you score? It doesn't make sense to me. Big glove save there by McCollum. I mean, like, why should the Grizzlies be punished for scoring? Essentially, that's what you're doing. Power play should still stand. I'm not saying the refs are wrong. I'm just saying logically. It's kind of like handing out 3 points in an NHL game when only 2 could be won. That makes no mathematical sense either. One team could get 1 point, the other team could get 2, so you're handing out 3 points in any given evening, and the most points any team can get in any given evening is 2 points. It's mathematically unsound. It's bothered me since the day they instituted it. Either give 3 points for a regulation win or get rid of the stupid point that you get at the end of regulation. Should be 0 points at the end of regulation if you're tied. 5-on-5, 8 minutes of overtime. If somebody scores, they get 2 points. The other team doesn't score, they get 0. And then if you want to have a shootout for the extra point, I guess you could, but I think that's ill-advised as well. Chipped ahead now. If I was the king of hockey, ladies and gentlemen, things would be a lot better. And chipped ahead, and here comes Fox. Fox down the right wing, Fox behind the net. Fox chasing there, Hergen. Hergen sending it hard around, cleared but not out. That one goes off the end boards. Then kept in by Bertelli. Bertelli overskated it, and back the other way now, a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Down the left wing, Bertrand. Bertrand tried to get the puck in front. That was deflected. Grizzlies got it behind the net again. Grizzlies back to the blue line it goes now. They let the shot go. Deflected on the way in just wide of McCullum. McCullum got that flipper back up against the post. Trying to go short side and getting back to it quickly now. Ponzio. Ponzio behind the net. Ponzio circling. Ponzio had a man cutting to the cooker there. That was Constantine. And away to center it goes now. Bouncing puck onside somehow on the Grizzlies. As hounding it there is Constantine. Constantine who had that goal moments ago. And here comes Makachowski now. Sending it in as he got over the blue line. Hard around it goes. 8 minutes left to go here in the second stanza. They got a man behind the defense. Constantine letting the shot go. That one went out the outstretched arms of the netminder there, McCullum. Hard around. On it there's Raffone. Raffone sending it behind the net. Zaglia. Behind the net now. Cleared and kept in by Ward. Ward lets the shot go. Backhanded stab there. A little bit of pushing and shoving after the whistle there. As the boys are disagreeing on a couple of things. The captain of the Grizzlies keeping nice and calm, though. Not going to tend his team shorthanded. That's why he's got the C on the sweater for situations like that. A guy jabbed at me like that, ladies and gentlemen. I would be very upset. I wouldn't be able to stay so calm. That's why I don't wear the C on the sweater. Well, goalies never should. Because Cam's going to go back and watch the game tonight and be like, hey, why'd he say that? And all goalies at home right now are shuddering. Well, right now, goalies aren't even talking to me. I've heard from quite a few of them. They're very upset with the broadcaster, and perhaps rightfully so. I did a game the other night. The goaltender got the shutout, and I did not give him the Solu top dog of the affair. And I heard from quite a number of goaltenders about that, I'll tell you. I was lucky to not be ostracized from the club. Along the boards now. But they are not pleased, so I got to be careful what I say these days. I'm already on thin ice. I'm a little bit too chubby to be on thin ice. All right, it's under 7 minutes left to go here in the second stanza. A 2-2 hockey game between the Grizzlies and the Eagles on the World Sports Broadcasting Network. I want to remind everybody that yesterday, or was it Friday? Yeah, Friday. Today's Saturday. Right? Is today Saturday? I have no idea what day it is. Oh, yeah, tomorrow's Sunday, because tomorrow The Last of Us. Tomorrow night, Fun Gus, ladies and gentlemen, the best show on TV. Down the left wing they go. Do the Eagles. Lost the handle on it, back out to center. That's sent in. Bouncing puck, but I want to remind everybody that Connecticut Sports Show Episode 3 dropped yesterday, so you can watch that on CT12 on the World Sports Broadcasting Network. Or you can find it on all of our social medias as we interviewed the coach of the Woodstock Academy ladies team, Coach Eric Roy. We had a lot of fun. And coming up next week on the Connecticut Sports Show, Coach Cunningham of the Norwich Sea Captains joins us to discuss their season, how things are going, and the postseason coming up. Letting the shot go. McCollum got just enough of it as it trickled across the goal line. Eagles a little bit on their heels here. The Grizzlies have picked up the pace. Back to the blue line it goes. Chipped ahead. Nice job there. To chip it out to center by Rembish. And it's sent back in. Backpedaling in their own zone. The Eagles come away with it now quickly. With a burst of speed through the neutral zone. Wheeling and dealing. Kramer lost the handle on it. A delayed offsides. It's sent up now. Ponzio at the dot. Ponzio pulling the trigger. And a nice stop there by McCullum as he holds on. 5 minutes, 42 seconds left to go here in the second period. Eagles and the Grizzlies doing battle. I like the Grizzly logo. The sweater's a little dark, though, with the brown fur. Hard to see the logo. But you can't change the school colors, I guess. That's a cool logo, though. The Eagles come away to center. The thing I love about the Eagles maroon jerseys are fantastic. They are sweet sweaters. I always like the font on the numbers. I think the Eagles font is really unique and really sharp. I don't even know how to describe it. It looks like kind of like Cajun a little, like numbers you would see down in Mardi Gras. And here comes Castile now, rounding the net like Bobby Orr. Castile getting it out for Makuchowski. Makuchowski tried to get up to Wade Larson. Couldn't connect there. And here comes Bertelli now, one of the seniors and one of the captains. Sending it in. That was knocked down. Bertelli looking to run the gauntlet. Almost got back to it as Ward took it away. Now that's sent all the way down. Is it going to go for icing? No, it won't. Fox gives chase. Leaves it for Castile. Castile behind the net. Castile with it now. Castile up for Fox. Off the stick and out to center. Sent back in by the captain, Considine. A delayed offsides as the Grizzlies regain the blue line. Up for Fox. Fox on the backhand. Got it up for Makachowski. Couldn't connect. And back the other way now. Ponzio. Ponzio over the blue line. Ponzio lets the shot go. That hit a body on the way in. Harrigan putting the brakes on. Harrigan trying to get back in front. Now the Grizzlies got it back to the blue line. Winding. Shooting through a screen. Waffle save. The rebound gets pushed just wide by Ponzio. Grizzlies get to it, though. Got it back to the blue line. Considine sending it down low. Right by the side of net. Eagles having trouble getting out of their own zone here. And it's the second stanza, so the benches are further away. So a good job there to lug it out to center and send it in behind the goal line. That's a nice job there by Makachowski, giving his team a chance to get fresh talons on the ice. Here's Sager now back out with Casagrande. Sherman on D. Give away at the blue line, letting the shot go. Doesn't get through. And here come the Grizzlies now, 3-on-3. Down the left wing with speed they come. Corso pulls the trigger. Can of corn there by McCullum. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here, ladies and gentlemen. A 2-2 affair. And I want to compliment right now, well, it's apropos, not to jinx anybody, but I want to compliment the CIAC. Whenever there's a tie game, we're not too late in the game by any stretch, but getting towards, second half of the game, it always makes me smile that the CIAC allows the boys to play 8 minutes of 5-on-5 overtime, and if nobody wins, there's no shootout or something stupid. And a quick shot, go, big stop, the rebound gets pushed wide. As the Grizzlies really starting to up the pressure here at the blue line. Keeping the puck in, sending it down low. On it, there's Raffone. Raffone worked over by Casagrande as Casagrande gave him the old forearm shiver. And the Eagles send it away to center. But the CIAC lets them play 8 minutes of 5-on-5 overtime, sudden death or sudden life, depending on who you got money on or who you're rooting for. And there's no 3-on-3, no 4-on-4, no shootout. They do it right. So every chance I get, I want to make sure that they know that they do it right and give them some positive feedback, which is, I know they don't get too much of it. Any organization doesn't get, any governing organization is not going to get too much positive feedback. Just doesn't happen. It's the nature of the beast. I'm very happy and very pleased that they don't change that. And here's Rembish now. Rembish through the neutral zone. Lost the handle on it. Into the corner he goes now. On in the corner, trying to come away with it. Bouncing puck at the blue line. Sent in. The rebound. McCullum holds on there. As lurking there was Mangelli. Gabriel Mangelli was knocking at the doorstep. McCullum said, I gave it the office. Go away. 2:40 left to go here in the second stanza. A 2-2 affair. All around it goes now. Rembish on it there. Rembish trying to get the puck out. Rembish couldn't do so. As bodies collide. And tracking it down. Behind the net is Kramer. The Eagles come away to center ice with it now. Down the left wing. Eliminating the play there. Skating right through the check. Nice job by Lovatier to power right through that check. That could have been an interference. I mean, I don't think the ref should call it, but the puck was already dumped in, and the Grizzly player, I believe it was Carney, got a chunk there. And as the face-off comes just outside the zone now, and it's sent in. Grizzlies send it out to center. Here comes Ponzio now. Ponzio with a step. Ponzio with the drop pass, looking to pull the trigger. That went off Bertelli's skate there as Bertrand let the shot go. And trying to connect with Pizzaglia was Rembish. And did they call icing on that? Are they saying Rembish did? Yeah, they are. All right, they're saying Rembish did not gain the red line on that play. I respectfully, I don't know if I disagree, but I respectfully got to say, really? Okay. I wasn't paying that much attention, but it didn't seem like Nick was behind the red line, but I guess he was. All right, Ponzio leaning in to take the draw now against Casagrande. Ponzio wins it back to the blue line. That one goes high off the glass and behind the net. And tracking it down there is Hergen. Hergen sends it back to the blue line, walking off the boards. That was a pass, and it's read like a fine piece of literature there by Bertelli, as he prevented it from getting to Bertrand. And out to center ice it goes, the captain, Considine, who's got a goal here this evening, sending it across as the Grizzlies look to go defense to offense. Casagrande finishing the check there on Ponzio. That's what you got to do. You got to slow that guy down. Ponzio's starting to take over this game. And every chance you get, you got to do exactly what Casagrande just did there. Back-to-back, belly-to-belly times. You got to lay the lumber into the big guy. Ponzio's starting to have a lot of room to operate. Casagrande clearly realizing it, the KG veteran that he is. Laid the lumber into him not once but twice. Back to the blue line, letting the shot go. Big stop, the rebound. A nice job by Bertelli there. Not allowing Bertrand to get to it. Poke, checking it away was the netminder McCullum as he was jousting like a medieval knight atop of a horse. Here's Sager now. Sager lets the shot go. That went off. A skate there at Considine. Behind the net it goes now. Sager on it. Sager trying to get it in front. Got it to Casagrande. That just missed. And behind the net it goes now. Casagrande trying to get it back to the blue line. Big hit there. Laying the lumber into him there was Sager. Big shift there for the Sager-Casagrande line. Has some pushing and shoving going on behind the play. So perhaps some bad blood starting to get going here. That pleases the broadcaster. Corso giving chase now. Corso behind the net. Corso trying to come away with it. Dancing on his skates, and away comes Pizzaglia. He's got Rembish up ahead over the blue line. He's got help coming. Pulling the trigger. That just missed. A laser beam there with 10 seconds to go. Behind the net, Lovatier. Cycling it down low. Pizzaglia really doing a nice job. Pulling down the men, but no call. As they tried to sell it there. As the buzzer sounds. And this one comes to a close, ladies and gentlemen. Your score at the end of 2. The Grizzlies 2. The Eagles 2. We'll be right back in a few minutes with the second period intermission report right here on the World Sports Broadcasting Network. Thank you so much for joining us Enjoy your intermission, and we'll see you in a few moments, ladies and gentlemen. welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second period intermission report. I'm your host, Scotty Bonner. 2-2 is the score. It doesn't get any better than this. A real good affair here. The Eagles jumped out to a 2-0 lead. They were winning 1-0 at the end of the first period. Casagrande buried the biscuit just under a minute to go, or just under a minute into the second stanza. Made it 2-0, but the Grizzlies from that moment on really stepped on the gas and scored back-to-back belly-to-belly goals by the Grizzlies themselves. The first one by number 12, Nate Ponzio, and then the captain, Shane Considine, scored on a breakaway to make it 2-2. And from then on in, they were peppering McCullum. But McCullum, the senior, stood tall on senior night, keeping this a 2-2 affair. So we want to thank you so much for joining us. The third period is going to be absolutely outstanding. I think we're going to see a real physical period. The physicality was really starting to heat up in the second half of the second period. Let me check that. Yep, the second half of the second period. There were a lot of big hits, so that really pleased the broadcaster. I'm expecting much more of the same, if not more, in the third stanza. So get that purple bag of Dorito, that sweet chili Dorito. That's the sweet spot. That's what you want for the third period. The third period is the sweet purple bag Dorito period. So get that ready. Pour your sarsaparilla high and deep. We're going to be back in a few moments with the start of the third and final chapter of this unwritten story unveiling right before your eyes and ears here on the World Sports Broadcasting Network. I can't wait. It's senior night here. We'll see if the Eagles can pull one out at home in front of the big crowd here tonight. 2-2. We'll be right back with the start of the third period. You're watching the World Sports Broadcasting Network. Thank you so much. Oh my, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the third and final stanza here on the World Sports Broadcasting Network. I am your host, Scotty Bonner, along here with my camera lady, producer, director, and bride, the lovely and talented Miss Michelle. The third period about ready to get underway here. 2-2 is your score. Casagrande and Pizzaglia, the goal scorers for the Eagles, and Ponzio and El Capitan Considine, the goal scorers for the Grizzlies. All right, 2-2 is the score. The third and final stanza are about ready to get underway. It's senior night here. So I expect a lot of the Eagle seniors to leave it all out on the ice here tonight. There is no tomorrow, as the great Apollo Creed tried to explain to Rocky Balboa, but Adrian had yet to straighten him out, so he wasn't in his right mind. So hopefully the Eagles are in their right minds and they're ready to go here. There is no tomorrow for these seniors as they break the huddle for their final period on home ice here. Casagrande getting the start at center ice. Sager on right wing, Declan York on left wing. And on defense is Bunkley. And looks like Kramer getting the start. All right, we're about ready to get underway. McCullum in between the pipes and ready to go. He's a senior as well. So an emotional period here for the Eagles as the ref drops the puck and we are underway. The third and final stanza here for the Eagles at home this season. Hard around it goes. Bodies collide there. Sager couldn't get the puck out. Kept in there by Considine. Considine lets the shot go. Tough angle. He scores! Just 16 seconds into the third stanza. A tough angle shot there. Found its way in between the pipes. And just like that, the Grizzlies have taken the lead for the first time tonight. As Shane Considine, I believe, took the shot from the tough angle. And they take the lead. 3-2 is your score. There is Considine with the goal, so Corso and Raffone getting the assists. Considine's second of the night. As the Grizzlies take the lead just 16 seconds into the third period. Certainly not the way the Eagles had drawn it up in the locker room, I'm sure, but now the Eagles are going to have to answer right back. They did last night a couple of times. We'll see if they can get another one by the netminder. McSweet here is in between the pipes for the Grizzlies. He's done a nice job here this evening. Away comes Ponzio now. Ponzio with room. Ponzio over the blue line. Ponzio wheeling and dealing. Ponzio taken out there as Kramer went low. Took out the knees on the big fella. That's a good way to slow him down. 14 minutes left to go here in the affair. 3-2. The Grizzlies leading the Eagles. Bodies collide in the corner now. Coming away with it for the wraparound. McCullum with the save. The rebound. They jab at it. It's still loose. As everybody meets at the goaltender, as you see there. Corso took it to the cooker. A nice job there by the netminder McCullum to hold the fort for the Eagles. 13:51 left to go here in the affair. 3-2. Considine with 2 goals, 3 unanswered goals by the Grizzly Bears. Or just the Grizzlies, I suppose. Bears is, I don't know, is that a double entendre? I don't know what that is. On sides at the blue line, protecting the puck, Pizzaglia. Pizzaglia's got Castile wide open, walking in, pulls the trigger. That just missed. There was room on the waffle side. Trying to get it in front of Rembish. That didn't connect, and back the other way now. Here come the Grizzlies. That's Raffone. Raffone sending it in. On it there is Mangelli. Mangelli tried to get it in front, couldn't connect. And away come the Eastern Connecticut Eagles over the blue line. Big hit there. As Lovateur's progress was stopped. Back the other way now, Raffone. Raffone's got a couple assists here tonight. Raffone sends the puck in, tracking it down. There is Zach Pizzaglia. Pizzaglia wheeling and dealing. Gave the puck up, now got it back. Here comes Pizzaglia over the blue line. Pizzaglia down the left wing, putting the brakes on. Sending it behind the net. On it there are the Eagles. Putting the brakes on again. Protecting the puck. Nice move by Fox. Fox trying to get it in front. A nice job there by McMahon to go low. Bodies collide behind the net. Dangerously came back out in front. And lurking there was the ever-dangerous Pizzaglia. Behind the net it goes now. Picked up by Ward. Ward sending it hard around. And that's kept in. Down the left wing they go. And chasing it there is McMahon. McMahon, that doesn't get out as the Eagles do a nice job keeping it in that time. And it was kept in by Kramer. Bouncing puck. Knocked down by Pizzaglia. So the Eagles doing a nice job applying pressure here, trying to get the equalizer. With just about 12 minutes left to go here in the third period, they trail by 1. The left wing it goes now, sending it across. Ponzio couldn't come away with it. Now Ponzio with the puck. Ponzio trying to sidestep Bunkley. Bunkley gave him the stunner there. Stone Cold would be very proud of that move. Back to the blue line, letting the shot go. Big stop. The rebound is covered up by McCullum, and there'll be no further play. So 11 minutes and 53 seconds left to go here. As the faceoff's going to come to the left of McCullum. That's his glove side. He catches conventionally from my perspective. Faceoff won by the Eagles. Back to the blue line for Carney, or Ryan Carney. His dad and my brother were roommates back at UConn. So, guys went up and went to visit him a couple of times. Had some fun times at Huskies, and I forgot the other name of the establishment we used to frequent. Behind the net goal, I'll have to ask my brother. That's Ryan Carney. As it's cleared but not out. Behind the net it goes now. Chasing it down there is Raffone. Raffone tried to get the puck back in front. It's kept in. Behind the net it goes now. Trying to go for the reverse wraparound. And I think the net may have come off its protective moorings there. Yes, it did. As you see the ref there fixing it on the cam. It's just too much fun not to say it. I'd like to copyright that, please, ladies and gentlemen. We can work in cam for a nice little NIL, which kids get nowadays. I was saying I want to represent Big Smiles. Braden Banks get some orthodontics office to give him an NIL. Hard around. And here's York. There's a kid up in Massachusetts. His name is KEWL. Cool. He got a $50,000 NIL from an HVAC company. And good for him. Good for his family. Castile kicking it ahead. Here's Castile now. Castile sidesteps the defenseman, going for a walk down the left wing, putting the brakes on, trying to get it back in front, protecting the puck. And he sends it down low. Sager gives chase. Out along the boards it goes. Casagrande on the back check. Casagrande sends it away to center. And here comes Corso. Corso over the blue line. Casagrande tracks him down. And here comes Casagrande now. Casagrande slides it wrong. Pizzaglia run into there as he came together with Carney. Back the other way now, Rembish. Rembish dancing. Rembish walking in, pulling the trigger. He scores! Nick Rembish with a highlight reel goal. Puts it top shelf where mommy hides the baby Tylenol. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, the Eagles have tied the affair. 3-3 is the score. Oh my goodness, what a move by Rembish as he danced his way in and buried the biscuit there. The kid line strikes once again for the Eagles. What a move there. We said the young lad is shifty. How about that? Rembish from Castile. A gorgeous goal there by Nick. You got to like that. The Eagles have answered right back, so 3-3 is the score, and here they come again. Back the other way now, Pizzaglia. Pizzaglia tried to cut inside. That was cut off there by Melvin. This line has been applying pressure all night long, and Rembish just gave the fans at home a lot to cheer about. Back the other way now. Here comes Bertrand. Bertrand walking in. Bertrand to the outside. Bertrand slid it in front. That just failed to click as the Grizzlies were cutting to the cooker there. That just missed as Melvin got down low. Back the other way now. Eagles trying to get it out to center. Casagrande got a chunk of it. It's along the boards now, letting the shot go. That goes wide of the goaltender. Tracking it down, but out to center. Sager lays the lumber into Hergen there. Closing the turnover at the blue line. Now here's York. York, the senior, tracking it down. So the freshman, ladies and gentlemen, Nick Rembish scoring here on senior night. The equalizer, 3-3 now is the score. What a beautiful goal there. I promise you, before I go to bed, that'll be on the highlight reel on all of our social media. Sent all the way down. A rolling puck eludes Considine now. Considine behind the net. Considine. Good outlet pass, and the Grizzlies come out of their own zone cleanly. Through the neutral zone now, stepping to the outside, protecting the puck at the goal line. Behind the net. Circling the wagons. Got it back to the blue line now. And got it back down low. Trying to walk. Couldn't do so. Casagrande coming away with it with under 9 minutes to go. Casagrande to cross ice pass. That hops over the stick. And be careful with those doors open, boys. Good. That's what we like to see. I love good hard hits, ladies and gentlemen, but I don't want to see anybody get hit into an open door. Fox following up there as Kramer came by. Here's Castile keeping in. Castile letting the shot go. Kramer looking for the deflection. Behind the net it goes, protecting the puck there. Petrick, I think Petrick may have taken one under the chin. Well, slashing is the call. I thought it might have been a high stick, but slashing is the call. So to the sin bin shall the Eagles go. I think it's going to be Kramer, Luke Kramer. Number 25, 2 minutes for slashing. All right, so the power play now for the Guilford Grizzlies with 8 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here in the affair. The Grizzlies looking to get the lead back. A big power play here for Guilford. Face off deep in the Eagle zone. Grizzlies win the face off and set up shop. Off the board, sliding it across. Back to the blue line now. Constantine slides it across. Got it back. Constantine at the dot. Too much momentum, headed one way. And it's sent all the way down. Right on McSweet. McSweet makes the save there. Leaves it for his defenseman. Behind the net it goes. The Grizzlies look to set up shop here with 1:36 remaining on the man advantage for Guilford. Tape-to-tape pass down the left wing. Casagrande gives chase. Casagrande pokes it away from Raffone. Raffone did a nice job, though, protecting the puck and keep it in. Now they slide it across. Tried to get it in front. Seabun one-timer. They score! William Petrick got to the cooker and buried the biscuit there. Good puck movement by the Grizzlies as they take the lead right back. 4-3 is your score. With 7.5 left to go here in the affair, the Grizzlies went to work on the power play and slid the puck across. And William Petrick buries the biscuit there for the Grizzlies. A nice power play goal. Constantine gets the assist. That's Constantine's third point of the night. He's got 2 goals and an assist, does the captain. And here comes Rembish. Rembish looking to do it again. Lets the laser beam go. That didn't miss. And now he lays the lumber behind the net. Pizzaglia walks in. Pizzaglia went to pull the trigger, and he's upended. Nice hit there by McMahon. And now letting the shot go there was Bunkley. It doesn't get through. Here's Lovatier now. Lovatier with the kid line providing all the energy here tonight for the Eagles, as once again the Lovatier Pizzaglia-Rembish line have been buzzing all night long. Bunkley sent the shot in. That goes by the goaltender. Cleared and out to center. Now a foot race develops. Down the left wing, Mongelli. Bunkley coming over. Mongelli rolls it to the goaltender, McCullum. McCullum got a chunk of it. Didn't cover it up. Chipping it up, there's Rembish. Rembish couldn't get it out. 4-3 is the score. 6:45 left to go. I apologize. Rembish lays the lumber into him, sends his men flying. Here's Pizzaglia now, 1 man to beat. Pizzaglia kicks it to himself, walking into the backhand. He scores! How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Once again, the kid line has struck gold. This time it's number 18 in your scorecard, Pizzaglia, his second of the evening. And just like that, the Eagles have answered back once again. 4-4 is your score with 6.5 left to go here. A real pressure cooker in Norwich is overflowing here tonight. What a move by Pizzaglia at the blue line as he kicked it ahead to himself. So the kid line now responsible for 3 of the 4 goals here tonight. Showing up on senior night as the Eagles now are buzzing looking for the go-ahead goal. Casagrande's already got one on the evening. Casagrande, the senior. He would like nothing better than to have the go-ahead goal on his stick. He's had such a fantastic career, such a nice young lad. And he's got the flow coming out of the back of the helmet, looking like Troy Polamalu. The hair is his number. Along the boards now, back to the blue line it goes, letting the shot go. That doesn't get through. Grizzlies recover the puck. Under 6 minutes to go now. The crowd is abuzz. Trying to get the puck down low, they do. Eagles come away with it. Back the other way there is a couple of Grizzlies lost their footing there. I think that might have just been lost his footing. I don't think anybody touched him. Behind the net now takes a weird bounce out in front. McCullum makes the save. The rebound. Back to the blue line. Pulling the trigger there. Oh, that took a very advantageous hop if you're a Grizzly fan at home. 5.5 minutes left to go here in regulation. 4-4 is the score. It doesn't get any better than this, ladies and gentlemen. The Eagles and the Grizzlies down the left wing. Bertelli, the captain, the senior, in on the forecheck. Bertelli in against Ward. trying to come away with it. That one sent out to center ice. Bouncing puck dangerously there. Nice job by Zach Pizzaglia to harness his inner Pele there and kick it to himself. So 5 minutes and 6 seconds left to go here in the affair. 4-4 is the score. A capacity crowd on hand here tonight at the Rose Garden, and they are being entertained to a fantastic contest between these two organizations, the Grizzlies and the Eagles, going at it. What a good one we've been privy to here tonight. I had a feeling it was going to be something like this tonight. Seniors want to go out on top. Right now they're 5 minutes away. Down the left wing now, Ponzi lets the shot go. He scores! Ponzio with a laser beam buries the biscuit there for the Grizzlies. And with under 5 minutes left to go in the affair, Ponzio lets that laser beam go. We were talking about it last period. That man is dangerous. That's his second goal of the night. 5-4 is your score. Unassisted is the call. So once again, the Eagles are going to have to dig down deep. And once again, they send out the kid line. Lovatier, Pizzaglia, and Rembish. They've answered twice here for the Eagles in the third stanza. They're going to have to do it again. Rembish chips it up. Ponzio got in his way. Knocked down by the Grizzlies. They go tape to tape for Hergen. Hergen down the left wing. Hergen trying to get it in front. Couldn't do so. Now he gets it back. 4.5 minutes left now. Do the Eagles have another comeback in them? Lovatier. He's digging along the boards. Lovatier trying to send it back up front. Couldn't do so. And now circling the wagons, Ponzio. Ponzio stepping to the outside. Ponzio pulls the trigger. That just missed as it went whistling by. And keeping it in at the blue line. Bodies collide there. Eagles trying to come away with it. Couldn't do so. Lovatier digging and mucking, and now here comes Pizzaglia. Down the left wing with 4:05 to go. Serpentining at the blue line, trying to get it back to himself. Nice defensive job there by the Grizzlies. As the Eagles were changing. Here is Bunkley now. Bunkley, way too many Eagles out of the nest there. Oh, they got away with too many men. There's no question about it. They had about 7 guys on the ice, and they touched the puck there. Oh, boy. They got to be smiling right now. They got away with one. I'm surprised that this Eagles bench is not infuriated. There was too many Grizzlies. I'm sorry. I said Eagles out of the nest. I meant Grizzlies out of the cave. Oh, I got my dangerous animals mixed up once again. Carney behind the net. Carney digging and mucking. Kicked ahead now. Here come the Grizzlies. Casagrande lays the lumber into him there as Petrick's forward progress was stopped. Along the boards now, Sager. Sager did a nice job to corral that puck. Here's Sager now. Sager over the blue line. Sager lost a handle on it. And it's sent all the way down by the Grizzlies. With 3:11 left to go here in the affair. We'll keep an eye on the netminder McCullum for you. We'll see if the Eagles are thinking about pulling him. Yeah, the Grizzlies had too many men on the ice there. There was no doubt about that. I'm surprised that the Eagles bench didn't lose their cool. I would be flipping my lid right now, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you what. Casagrande leaning in to take the draw now against York. Or with York, excuse me, I apologize. Against Petrick. Behind the net, York trying to go to work, trying to get it in front. Casagrande out there with Sager and York, looking to get the equalizer once again. As the Eagles have bounced back not once but twice this period to tie the affair. They're going to have to do it again if they want to salvage overtime here tonight or perhaps a victory. Protecting the puck now, Raffone. Raffone headed back the other way. Raffone sending the puck in. That goes hard around. Chasing it down there is Castile. Here's Caden Castile now, circling the wagons. Castile trying to get the puck out. Couldn't do so. That's knocked down by Ponzio. Ponzio worked over there by Casagrande. As the bodies collide. Behind the net it goes now. Hard around. 2.5 minutes left to go. They're going to be pulling the goaltender soon, if not now. Casagrande ran into Ponzio there at center ice. That one sent behind the net. The clock now ticking away on the Eagles with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. Ponzio down the right wing protecting the puck. Ponzio turning, trying to get it down low. Hounded there by Rembish. Behind the net it goes now. On it there on the Bears. The Grizzlies rolling it up to McCullum. And he covers up and there'll be no further play. So 2:02 left to go here in the affair. The Eagles, they got to get the puck out of the zone, then got to get the goaltender pulled, then got to get the puck in the other team's net. A simple 1-2-3 plan. And if you think about it, ABC, 1-2-3, as the great Michael Jackson used to say. All right, I believe a timeout being called here. All right, the Southeastern Connecticut, not the Southeastern Connecticut, the Eastern Connecticut Eagles. I'm getting all my home birds mixed up here tonight. All right, so this timeout gives us a chance to let you know that tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, at 6 p.m., you can tune into the World Sports Broadcasting Network as the Norwich Hockey Club is going to be hosting the Northern Cyclones right here, and I'll be on the call for that. We had the blessing, honor, and privilege of covering all the Norwich home games this year as well. And I want to take this moment to thank all the Eagles families and friends and players and coaches. This is our home team. Our kids go to East Lyme, so our heart is with these boys. We want them to win every night. So I want to thank them so much for the blessing, honor, and privilege to be able to cover these games this year and last year and the year before. I want to thank the moms, the dads, the grandmas and grandpas tuning in around the world. And especially want to thank the boys and girls on the ice, the players. Will allow us to have this much fun each and every time we get to come to the arena. All right. The timeout is over. The Eagles with the gold numbers have broken their huddle. McCullum has to stay in between the pipes because the face-off is deep in his zone. You see him arriving there. I imagine he's going to be pulled. The minute the Eagles get the puck out, Ponzio, no surprise, is on the ice here, along with the captain, Considine, and Ward on defense. And it looks like Corso out there, and it's the Bunkley line out there with Sager. Oh, no, it's not the Bunkley line. Bunkley's on defense, excuse me. I was meant Lovetier. It's the kid line, excuse me. Out there with under 2 minutes to go now over the blue line. Eagles got the puck in, trying to get it on net. They do. McSweet with the save. That's going to be a big face-off deep in the Grizzlies zone, so a good opportunity to pull the goaltender here with the face-off deep in the zone with 1:45 left to go. The Eagles not pulling the goaltender just yet. Lovetier leaning in to take the draw, wins it back for Bunkley. Bunkley pulls the trigger. A nice job there by Hergen to get out. Get in the way of the shot there. A delayed penalty coming up here. Holding is the call against the Grizzlies. Or is it against the Eagles? Is Bunkley going? Oh, I think it's against Bunkley. Oh, my goodness. I thought he was the man tied up. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Wow, with 1:37 seconds left to go in a one-goal affair. I was about to say I really didn't even want to see the penalty called against the Grizzlies, to be honest with you. You see this time and time and time again. It happens. I really wish the officials would go back to the days of Andy Van Helleman, and if it's a one-goal game in the third period, just swallow their whistles and not call any penalties unless they take somebody's head off. Let the boys settle it. Oh, so the last timeout was called by the Grizzlies. This one's called by the Eagles now. Yeah, I really disagree with USA Hockey. They tell the refs, it doesn't matter the score, it doesn't matter how much time's left, the situation doesn't matter. You call the penalties just the same. I think there's a lot to be said for scenario, time of game, score of game, and the situation. A non-contact, not taking the scoring chance away, penalty there on the hold against Bunkley. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I just can't sign off on it. Just can't agree. You got to let that go. You got to let the boys settle it. And, you know, it's not, the refs are told to do that. It's not their fault. That's what they're told. That's what they're taught. USA Hockey's wrong for doing it. Well, that and a dime will get you on the subway, ladies and gentlemen. As the faceoff is coming deep in the Eagle zone to the left of the netminder, McCullum. So the Eagles with a very tall task now on senior night. Down by one. And they'll be shorthanded for the remainder of regulation. Unless the Grizzlies bury the biscuit on the power play, and if they do, well, that'll be that anyway. The Eagles got to get the puck out, and they still got to pull the goaltender. I mean, you might as well make it 5-on-5, right? I would pull the goalie. Here comes Pizzaglia now. Pizzaglia up ahead, knocking it down Sager. Sager giving chase. There goes the netminder McCullum as he heads to the bench. Sager Tried to leave it for Casagrande. That didn't work out. And now the Grizzlies with an empty net down at the other end. Get over the red line, over the blue line, walking in. Looking to put the finishing touches on it there, but couldn't do so. And now the captain walking in, pulling the trigger. That goes wide of the net. 1:08 left to go. Bouncing puck dangerously at the goal line. And they can't get it in. Ponzio lets the shot go. So the Eagles doing a nice job here. Surviving and living to fight another day. Hey, you never know. They're still in it. Sliding it across now. Constantine towards the empty net. Doesn't connect. 50 seconds left. The Eagles sending it up ahead. That's knocked down by Ponzio. That one sent in. The Eagles with 45 seconds left to go here. Send the puck out. Not sure what the whistle was for exactly. Now did the ref call a penalty on the Eagles bench? Now the ref called a penalty on the Eagles bench, ladies and gentlemen. He's really interjecting himself here into the affair. Was it a penalty or is he just asking the coach to leave? You see the coach leave. I can't imagine the coach leaving and there not being a penalty. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? Nobody came here to see the guys in the stripes. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know what Coach Sager said to him. I'm not defending it. I'm not, I wasn't there. I didn't hear it. But, you can understand why he was upset. It doesn't mean that he can say anything he wants either. I don't know what he said. I'm not saying that. But, so now it's a 5-on-3 with 30 seconds left. So the Grizzlies, they get it down low. Right behind the goaltender it goes. So just completely taking the fun out of the last minutes here. As the official with a questionable holding call. And then gives the Grizzlies a 5-on-3 because coach of the Eagles, it's a bench minor. Well, I told you I didn't like that original holding call. You got to think Coach Sager was agreeing with the broadcaster on that one. Just there's no reason for the officials to interject themselves so much in an affair. Sliding it across now, a chance for the Grizzlies, pulling the trigger. Big stop there as McCullum makes the glove save. So 19 seconds left to go here in the affair. The Eagles down by one. The Eagles are down by less goals than they are men on the ice. Down by one and 2 men short. Like I said, really like to see a little bit more Andy Van Helleman and a lot less Don Koharski. Back to the blue line it goes now. Constantine got it in the corner. 15 seconds left. Is that a delayed penalty coming up against the Eagles? It sure is. Back to the blue line now. The Grizzlies just going to walk out the clock, I think, as they pull the trigger. Can't get the shot to go. That's touched up, and that's going to do is half a second left. So the penalty coming up here against the Eagles. They may just run the clock and let the game end here. There's 0.6 seconds left. It's really academic. As Zaglia went to the sin bin, 2 minutes for cross-checking, I guess, is the call. I didn't see it, so I can't pontificate. It doesn't matter now anyway. So that's going to do it when they drop the puck with less than a second left to go here. The Grizzlies are going to get a victory on the road. 5-4 is your score. As the ref drops the puck. And that'll do it. Game over. And the Grizzlies head down to their goaltender. A very anticlimactic ending there, ladies and gentlemen. I got to be honest with you, but I don't want to take anything away from Guilford. They played a very good hockey game. And they got the 2 points here tonight on the road. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back in just a few moments. You've been watching Eastern Connecticut Eagles hockey here on the World Sports Broadcasting Network. Your final from the Rose Garden in Norwich here tonight as the Eastern Connecticut Eagles lose this one at home 5-4 to the Guilford Grizzlies. And we'll be right back with your post-game report in just a moment. Thank you so much for joining us. 5-4 is your final. Oh, my. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the World Sports Broadcasting Network. There you go. I'm your host, Scotty Bonner, as you see the crowd filing out. Senior night has come to an end. A little bit of a disappointing ending here for the Eagles. I got to be honest with you. Not disappointed in the Eagles, just disappointed in the way that it ended. So, Guilford Grizzlies get the 2 points here on the road here today. And your World Sports Broadcasting Network top dog of the affair is going to go to the captain, number 4, Shane Constantine. He had 2 goals and 2 assists and did a real fantastic job. Well, we've got to hop out of here real quick as the Norwich Sea Captains are looking to set up. So thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations to the seniors. A great season, a great career. A good job here tonight as they're filing off the ice for the final time. I want to thank you so much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Your final, once again, is the Grizzlies 5 and the Eagles 4. Remind you to tune in tomorrow night at 6 o'clock as the Norwich Hockey Club plays host to the Northern Cyclones right here on the World Sports Broadcasting Network. Well, for my camera lady, producer, director, and bride, the lovely and talented Miss Michelle, I've been your host, Scotty Bonner. Thank you so much for joining us here on Eastern Connecticut Eagles Hockey. It's been an absolute blessing, honor, and privilege to be able to call these games. I really want to thank the Eagles family and players for the opportunity to be able to call these games here this season. Once again, your final from Norwich, the Grizzlies 5 and the Eagles 4. Enjoy the rest of your evening, ladies and gentlemen. You've been watching the World Sports Broadcasting Network. Good night.